Hey everyone, I'm back. Happy New Year's and Merry Christmas. I took a long break because I was on vacation and now I'm back. So I do have stories from that I think would be funny to do in a video of its own, but that's for another time because today I am talking about the Carson situation. And I'm pretty sure many people know about this. I'm a little late to it, but not crazy late. Like maybe 2 days late to the situation. Whereas like in the melee thing, I was on it the day of, give me a break. I just got back. Anyways, so Carson, Minecrafter, known for his videos that he did back in the day with SMP Live and his friends, which would be known as the Lunch Club. What happened recently was there were instances of Carson exchanging explicit photos with minors, and I'm just gonna say that there because I don't want anyone to think, oh, this is a rumor that came out. This is actually something that happened. He admitted to it himself in Discord chats. So I want you guys to know that I'm not trying to spread false rumors. Anyways, my thoughts about this personally, I think that this is very, very wrong. Like, having the feelings for someone who's 17 while you're 19 is one thing, but exchanging explicit photos is totally different because that's actually a federal offense. Now, there is an argument that was made by people, I believe it was started by Moist Critical, that was their difference in age is close enough where they could be in the same grade. But I think like exchanging photos is where the line is drawn because when you have feelings for someone that you don't like act upon that, you can admit that like it's not illegal to have feelings for someone. But when you act upon that, that's where the line gets drawn, as I just said. But this also kind of begs the question, well, why are we hating on Carson if the age gap is so small? Like, I don't think it's large enough for authorities to involve themselves, really. But I also do believe that this is more of a morality issue because we're not debating is he going to jail, yes or no. Most people believe it's probably not, just because, federal action is just not very warranted here just because of the age gap, but it's still an issue because whether or not they're 2 years apart in their 20s or they're 2 years apart in their teens, Carson knew that they were underage. 2 year difference or not, he should know the consequences that come from his actions. So, when all is said and done, he did make a bad decision there, and it was a big mistake that he made. So, what have Carson's friends said about this? I believe all of them have been firmly against the behavior. Most of them didn't want to involve themselves, so they didn't do anything. I believe it was Hugbox and Travis. They like went on to Drama Alert and talked about it. People such as Joko were on Twitter talking about it. So they've all started to come out now, like saying yes, we knew this was a thing. But at first they didn't want to say anything, which is I understand that because the Carson told them in confidence, so they didn't want to go against their friend. But at the same time, what happened was really bad, so they needed to say something. So now that stuff has started to come out, they all feel more comfortable to come out. So that's why it probably took so long. It took a couple of months for them to even say anything about this to be brought to our attention. I know Charlie or Slimesicle, he said that he reported this to the authorities himself because he knew what was happening was illegal. And as I said earlier, it's doubtful that authorities will step in, but who knows what could happen. So other members stated that this is the reason they broke up in the first place last year, which is actually very, very sad to see for like all the other members of the group because there was, I think, 7 of them and they all had to break up and didn't make videos with each other just because one person made a decision that basically ruined all of their careers. So, and also on top of this, they all went silent about it because it just let it sit on their mind. Like, that's just awful to have happen to you. But anyways, this is also why many of Carson's newer videos feature people that weren't in Lunch Club or weren't so close to them. If you need more information about this, it's my understanding that Twitter has more info about this. Carson's friends are probably on Twitter talking about this. It just seems like the place where stuff is happening. I'll go over in editing, just to make sure that I didn't miss anything or any more stuff pops up. So now this brings us to what has Carson done about this and what will he do about this? He's made statements on his Discord with his friends. Not even statements, really. He's just told them what has happened. He hasn't made any public statement, video, and Twitter, anything on that. So, apologies, because that's where we're heading right now. We're heading for an apology video with Carson. That's probably what's going to happen. Most YouTubers go right there after that. So as far as apologies go, in my opinion, they never seem to do justice for anyone involved, because usually they seem forced, half-assed, or just bad and end up driving more hate to the creator. When I think about this, I think of the Caterino situation or Minilad. Two apology videos that, if anything, only hurt the creator more than they did. So will Carson come back? Maybe, but probably not. Carson has recently shown a disdain for streaming in YouTube. If you could tell, he has a lot of less energy when it comes to making videos. He seems a little more unsure of all the stuff that he's done. I don't know if this has to do with the stuff he's been involved in or if it's just actually him not enjoying it as much anymore. So I don't think he'd want to return to making videos with such a bad look on the internet. I may be wrong though. He may put out a really good apology video. He might, work on himself, take a break, come back a new man, and be better. But it's really just too early to call because he hasn't even made any statements in the first place. And if something comes up warranting a video, I'll do my best to stay updated and keep you guys updated. It's just really hard to tell what's going to happen now. Hey guys, me in editing right now. I just came across a video Jay Schlatt uploaded about the whole situation with Carson. And he actually talks about a lot of stuff that I hadn't heard quite yet, and also he gives like a good overview of all of what everyone's thinking, so I recommend go checking it out. I'll put it in the info card and in the description if you want to go look at it. It's very good. It's only 6 minutes, but it's got a lot of good stuff in there, so just go check it out after this video is over. And so yeah. And a lot of people like to tie in the Caterino situation now, where they say like, oh, maybe we harshly judged Kate. I think it's a very different situation. And I understand, after a while, people already uncovered that there was never really anything there, but that's just a completely different topic. I don't like to get this tangled up with it, just because, that's something completely else. That was another incident that happened with other YouTubers that shouldn't even be, accredited to this. This is something that Carson did, not something that anyone else did. So I think we just focus on this. If you have your own opinions on that, have your own opinions on that. I don't think they should be intertwined just because one person's involved with both of them. Anyways, that's all I have for today's video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. If you have something you want to let me know or information that I may have missed at some point, please let me know in the comments below. With that said, thank you very much, and I'll see you all in the next video.